Brady Service, QC Real Estate, Corsmo, Speakeasy, Northwest Blinds, Fargo Linoleum, and Sig Olson and Sons. And now, with the Moorhead Public Service pregame show, the voice of the Spuds, Larry Knutson.
Thank you, and good evening. We have an echo in our studio, please, Kyle. Would you make sure that gets taken care of? We appreciate that. So we get the home schedule underway for the Moorhead Spuds hockey team tonight as they take on the Brainerd Warriors, along with Rob Grammer, who will present color commentary and analysis on the game tonight. Getting underway, it's a chance for the Spuds in their third game to take on a team, the Brainerd Warriors, Rob, that has been a traditional power. We're going to hear more from John Ammerman about that in a moment, but I know that in your playing days, Brainerd was also one of those teams that always presented a challenge.
You're absolutely right about that, and although Moorhead has historically held the advantage in this rivalry, it has been a rivalry nonetheless and always a competitive match anytime Brainerd comes to town.
We always know, too, that it's going to be a physical game.
Oh, absolutely. Brainerd will try to slow down the Spuds, run into them, get in their way, make it difficult to play. They're always a tough team to play against.
And so if it does get into high gear, and John will also talk about that momentarily in his portion of our pregame show, but when it gets into high gear, can we expect a lot of goals to be scored by either of these two teams?
Well, I would say I'd expect a low-scoring game between these two teams. It's going to be a tight checking game. We've got very strong defense and goaltending on both sides. So I would be surprised if there's a lot of goals tonight.
Well, we've already seen in the preliminary game, 3-1. It was a 1-1 hockey game deep into the third period before the Moorhead's junior varsity team came out with the win.
Well, that's right, and Brainerd did a very nice job of making it tough on Moorhead. Moorhead looked to apply enough pressure in the third period to finally break the Brainerd goalie's cage and come out with a victory, but it was tight to the end.
Moorhead is coming off a weekend series a weekend ago, and they faced some tough competition. Likewise, Brainerd, on the other side of the coin, has not played yet. How much of a factor is that?
Well, it's always good to get a couple of games under your belt, get your feet underneath you. Brainerd's going to come in here full of energy and excited to play their first game. On their side, I'm sure they're hoping there's not a lot of rust to shake off, but I think they'll be able to overcome that with just the sheer enthusiasm of being on the road for the first game.
We talked with Brainerd radio guy just moments ago, too, and talked about how it doesn't matter if it's the first game or the 12th game or the 21st game. When it's Moorhead and Brainerd, lots of different things can happen.
Well, there's going to be a high level of energy, and the blood will be boiling and pumping. So
it's just so we don't see the blood. That's all.
That's a good point, Larry. We don't need to see it. But yeah, I don't know that. I think you're right, I guess is what I will say. I think you're absolutely right that it doesn't matter if it's the first game or the 21st game. It will be intense.
Moorhead took care of some seniors from a year ago, and they'll be missed. And yet the shelves were not bare. And you talked about a solid defensive core, and we're looking for that maybe to be really the real strong part of Moorhead's hockey game early on.
Well, you're absolutely right about that. Returning 6 of the top 7 defensemen from the team last year. There's a lot of experience back there. Of course, we've got very strong goaltending. And always a part of the defensive game is a lot of experience up front that helps. It's a 5-man game, both sides of the rink, and having a lot of experience and a lot of senior leadership out there will certainly make it tough on opponents to generate a lot of scoring chances against the Spuds this year. And when they do, as I mentioned before, we've got one of the best in the state back there to stop it.
And that might be where the answer to my next question is. There was someone that stands above all others. In recent years, we've had the goal scorer that has been kind of the person that people talk about. And once in a while, we'll hear about the defenseman that people talk about. But I suspect we're going to be hearing a lot about Hudson Hodges.
Well, absolutely, and it's very well deserved. Hudson's a sizable kid, a very athletic kid.
Yeah, he fills the net, doesn't he?
He fills the net, and he stops a lot of hockey pucks, so it's definitely an advantage to have a guy like that back there.
Is there a weakness in his game?
You know, if there is one, I'll be looking for it because I haven't seen it.
I'll be looking for your answer to that question, because you never know what the opposing coaches are looking at and what they're seeing.
That's right.
So the Spuds getting ready to take on the Brainerd Warriors tonight at Moorhead Sports Center. John Ammerman talked with us before the start of tonight's game. We'll be back in here from the Spuds head coach after this timeout.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
I get asked
all the time, what in the world is a credit union?
Let me tell you.
It's a member-owned financial cooperative.
And you're a part of it. You're a part of it. Because our earnings go back to our members.
So open your eyes to a credit union.
Yeah, that's right. Open them. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
It's the Spuds hockey home opener tonight from Moorhead Sports Center as the Spuds get ready to take on Brainerd. John Everman with us on our pregame show tonight as we talk a little bit about the opening weekend, a weekend ago, as you face some pretty stiff competition. Got a nice win in game 1, took a little setback in game 2.
Yeah, but over the course of the weekend, especially the first weekend, it's getting to know what you have, getting something on tape, and it's a starting point. Overall, you could probably argue that it was 5 periods of okay hockey. The final 6 out of 6 period was not very good, but it was also an opportunity for us to really emphasize some of the things that we'll key on. Hopefully something to learn from, but overall a great weekend for us to see where we're at and hopefully move forward.
As you went into the season, what was your game plan? To be offensive in your approach or defensive?
Sometimes it's the personnel you have, but we'd like to think that we're going to play an up-paced tempo puck possession game. This year we like, at least on paper at the start, our backside with our defensemen all returning, goaltender that's had extensive experience, and some forwards, up front. Our top 6 have all been varsity hockey players. Now it's going to be how we mix and match that group and how the others fit in. So, like I said, a good start, a good starting point, but we have plenty of work to do, and that was evident over the course of the weekend.
John Ammerman with us on our A1 Automotive Transmission pregame show tonight from the Moorhead Sports Center. A look at tonight's game with Brainerd when we return after this timeout.
Brady, sir.
Four Seasons Car Wash on 34th Street in Moorhead is a proud supporter of Spuds TV and the Spud Boosters. Unlimited wash memberships are available starting at just $20. A portion of each new membership is donated to the Spud Boosters. Free vacuum stations with each wash. So for a fast, clean wash, go to Four Seasons Car Wash.
For good times and great food and drinks, gather your people and come visit us at Legends. You will love our wings, pulled pork, pizza, and other delicious items. Gluten-free and other special diets can be accommodated. We show all the major sporting events. If you are having a special event, take advantage of our event room and catering. Our catering is available for both delivery and pickup. Visit us today.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. Have a sandwich, you hero.
Moorhead and Brainerd tonight, and this has established itself quite easily as one of a real great rivalry games in your schedule.
Yeah, and because it's been pretty even, especially the last 5 to 10 years, Brainerd's done an outstanding job of producing competitive teams, and it seems like every year it comes down in some case to playoffs where these two teams match up. It was the case last year. The year before, it was the semifinal game, and Coach Ops does a heck of a job of getting his guys up for this game, and we hope we're excited. Obviously, it's their first and our third, but should be a great game as the past few years have been.
What are some of the things that Brainerd does that gives you some concern?
They're physical, and that's the way that they've played through and through. As they finish their checks, they're an emotional team in a positive way, and they compete. And most of the time, when you do those things, you have a chance to win games. We need to do our job of sticking to a 60-minute game plan of staying consistent and being relentless and taking advantage of our opportunities as best we can.
I know Moorhead likes to feature either a fast start or a fast ending to the game. Where do you plan to put things into place this year?
I'm okay with both. But
how about the middle period?
Yeah, we really pride ourselves in our third period. Obviously you want to get off to a good start, but we hope by the end, with our depth and with some of our talent, that by the third period we've worn teams down and we've taken advantage. And we saw both sides of it against Wayzata. That was the case where we had a great third period. Maple Grove, not so much. So hopefully we can right the ship here in our third game and move forward.
The home schedule is underway tonight for Moorhead Hockey as they take on the Brainerd Warriors. Our thanks to John Ammerman for being with us on the Element Realty pregame show. A look at our starting lines and goaltenders. Rob Grammer joins us for the opening drop of the puck after this timeout.
It's Black.
Open your eyes
To a credit union.
Wait. What's a credit union?
It's a financial cooperative.
And it's member-owned.
Which means
Better rates.
Lower fees.
And all the financial services that you need.
It's easy to join.
So easy to join.
practically ridiculous how easy it is to join.
So open your eyes.
Open your eyes
Open your eyes to
a credit union.
So open your eyes. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Back in 1926, people in the FM area began choosing the latest fashions and flooring materials from Fargo Linoleum, and they still do. Fargo Linoleum offers you everything in floor covering. After all these years, Fargo Linoleum is still the floor covering leader.
Whether you're building a new home or looking to save money on your energy bills by improving your existing insulation, let the experts at Cullen Insulation help you out. Contact Dan and mention this ad to receive a 10% discount off any work they perform for you. Just like your Moorhead Spuds, the team at Cullen Insulation is committed to excellence.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
Welcome back to Moorhead Sports Center as we get ready for game one of the home schedule for Moorhead hockey this past weekend in the Twin Cities area with a couple of games at Wayzata. Winning in the opener, the season opener, 4-2 over Wayzata, and then taking on a very strong and very competitive team in game two of the tournament as Maple Grove handled the Spuds with a strong third period by a final count then of 6-2. And Rob Grammer joins us with color commentary tonight, and you've had a chance to see the team in those first two games. What were your thoughts on their progression to this point?
Well, there's a lot of optimism around the team this year, and rightfully so, with a number of returning players, a strong senior class. And the opening weekend was a great indication of what they're very capable of, and I believe, as Coach Ammerman said very well, it's also an indication of there's a lot of work yet to do. So overall, I think there's a lot to look forward to.
Those are two things that we're going to hear not only from game one, but from game 25 and again in game 30. We still got a lot of work to do. That's the way coaches talk, you know.
It sure seems like there's always a lot of work to do.
Rob Grammer with us, and he is one of the people that is a big part of the Moorhead hockey lore. Maybe not quite legendary status, but borderline, if you will. And one thing stands out among that, and we can't help but reminisce just a bit, going back to the 94? 94 region or section championship game against Elk River that went 4 overtimes. And Mr. Grammer got the game winner. You remember that? No, exactly how it transpired?
Well, I had forgotten, but I'm glad you reminded me of that.
Oh, you didn't forget.
It was certainly a fantastic time with a group of friends and a great way to cap your community high school or hockey career by getting to the state tournament and scoring the winning goal to get there. Is a lot of fun.
There were so many ups and downs, ebbs and flows to that whole afternoon that started with just everybody on edge. I mean, it was virtually a brand new arena at St. Cloud at the time too. That added to the excitement. And then the winner going on to state tournament play, and it was Moorhead and Elk River, two very, very good hockey teams. And by the time we got through the second overtime period, people were sitting back. They had lost their energy. There was no zip left whatsoever.
Well, I think the players probably matched the energy of the crowd at that point. I don't know that we had a lot left in the tank either. But that game was certainly captured what is the essence of high school activities and high school hockey in Minnesota. Around the state, people still to this day will remark about they were at that game, and there's many since then that capture that same feeling too. So it's fun to be a part of. It's fun to watch it year after year unfold again, and looking forward to another season.
If you talk to a Moorhead fan that has been through a lot over the years, they simply refer to that as the game. That's it, the game. We know exactly what they're talking about.
That's accurate. There was something about that game that seemed to transcend over time, and it was fun to be a part of. It's fun to reminisce about, and as I mentioned, it's always fun to come into a season with the hope of seeing something like that again.
Has the reality of that particular play that set up the game winner changed at all in your mind? Sometimes things tend to get embellished over time.
They do, and unfortunately in the video age, we still had video then. You can't exaggerate it too much, so it's on film, and I would love to talk about how it was a beautiful coast-to-coast rush with an incredible finish, but the tape is there, and that doesn't lie.
It does, yeah, and that's for sure. And I know people that were recording that game, including myself. We ran out of things to record with. The TV cameras that were there ran out of tape. They had to scramble in order to get the recording done. I think they taped over previous parts of the game, but it's there now, and it's there for posterity.
That's
great,
right.
Great. And that was kind of the start, one of the early parts of the legacy that has become Moorhead hockey and that has taken the state. Most people recognize Moorhead as a great hockey team and a great hockey town.
We've certainly been able to sustain a certain level of success with our program over the years, and it's nice to see it continue down through our youth program and up to the high school team, continually being a contender every year for section titles and heading down to the X to St. Paul for a chance at that elusive state championship.
As the teams finish their warm-ups and we get ready for the start of this hockey game, Moorhead's junior varsity with a 3-1 win, 2 third-period goals in that game to get the victory. And the starting lineups, national anthem, all coming your way next. We'll be back at Moorhead Sports Center after this timeout.
Don't miss the great
Nothing quite like the home opener as the Spud hockey team gets ready to take on the Brainerd Warriors tonight. We've talked about this a couple of times during our pregame comments, Rob Grammer, about the excitement of playing your first game, but not only your first game, but your first home game, and want to please the crowd that has come out to cheer you on.
You certainly want to get off to a good start in your first home game. You want to get a little buzz in the community about what the squad has to offer this year, and you can guarantee both sides are going to come out ready to go.
One thing we hear from John Ammerman throughout the course of the year also is to improve from game to game. Regardless of what happens in December, they want to be the best that they can be at the end of February.
Well, and you can certainly see that in Coach Ammerman's tenure here, that he generally has the team playing at their very best late into February and into March, and I wouldn't expect anything less out of the team this year.
For the Warriors, dressed in their traveling blues with white numbers and trim, Luke Seiko is in goal. Eric Polkamp and Weston Andrews team up defensively. And up front, Hayden Cruz centers Mike Lauber and Josh McLean. For the Spuds, Hudson Hodges in goal. He's got a 3.5 against in the first two games, and we are underway as Brainerd controls the opening draw. And then it's tipped ahead and into the near side. Working it down to the near corner, Eric Polkamp got turned around, left the puck out for grabs. Spuds take a chance on it. Then it's turned around and sent in on goal by Mike Lauber, and it comes bouncing to the near side. Scramble for it there, and it comes all the way up through the slot and all the way out to center ice before it's camped in by Weston Andrews, and he throws it down low. Andrews, one of 5 different Andrews cousins and brothers who played for this Brainerd team, and they've been dwindled now just to one. He's the last one on the list. As it comes rolling up ice, here's a long toss near side up for Carter Johnson of Moorhead into the near corner. Johnson steers out along the boards where the Warriors are waiting. A rink-wide pass attempt was blocked away and then recovered. Eli Roberts brings it in. Here's a tap down low, and it's steered back down to this near side. Rolling down behind the net, picked up by McCoy Gregoire as they work it out. Comes near side all the way, rink-wide, and it bounces off the boards and onto the stick of Ian Odland for Brainerd. Bounce back out to center. It's tipped up. The Spuds having some trouble gaining control before it's tapped ahead, then recovered Brainerd. And as they toss it up ice, Brainerd will make an early change here. Just underway from Moorhead Sports Center. There's been no score. On the near side, Spuds bounce it off the boards with Michael Overbo. Recovered, turned around. Brainerd throws it back in. Long toss into the corner by Mason Arger. And it comes all the way back now near side. Moorhead playing it off the boards as they try to get out of the zone. Walking his way up, Max Dronen throws it ahead and it goes deep all the way, played down by Kai Holm. Down into the corner. It's brought back now on the near side, and just before it escapes, Luke Grammer picks it up and throws it off to the far side, deflected away, and Brainerd there to pick it up as Eric Polkamp brings it near side. And right at the blue line, it's steered away, and the Spuds work it away as Johnny Franklin tipped that one loose. He recovers, he turns, he shoots it right on, and Johnny Franklin gets the first shot attempt for the Spuds.
Well, it was a nice little play in the neutral zone in transition as Brainerd tried to clear the puck. It turned it over, and Moorhead turned it back real quick, and Johnny Franklin got a nice shot on goal.
So as a result, the face-off now to the near side of Brainerd goaltender Luke Seiko, and it comes out, kept in again at the point by Grammer before it bounces off his shoulders, and it rolls free. Players end up down on the ice, led by Carter Johnson. They scramble back up, and the Spuds have it. Long headman deflected away. Spuds will have to touch up and bring it back out now as they line up onside. Here's the pass, and on the return to Johnson, working it off to the far right side. Cullen Jess down low, and the shot just wide. Bouncing back now near side. And it comes out at the point for Luke Grammer. He turns one down low into traffic. Spuds now trying to take an advantage. They've had some puck domination here in the last moment. And as it comes out, intercepted. Then it bounced off the stick, and it comes out to Luke Grammer. And at the blue line, he takes over. Sending it off to the far side, a quick return. Bouncing it ahead just off the stick of Caden Triggs. It got bounced in. Moorhead seemingly has taken a little bit of puck control advantage here early on in this one.
Certainly did. They got some good zone time there and were able to get a couple of quality opportunities after controlling the puck there.
Back out now just outside the Brainerd blue line. Max Dronen stands in for the Spuds, gains the face-off, and Moorhead has it back to Dronen. Tipped off to the near boards. They scramble for it there. And from the blue line, tipped ahead by McCoy Gregoire before it comes back. And here comes Brainerd, a quick wrister into the zone as it's sent down all the way to the near corner. That was done by Seth Watson. It comes out high in the slot, but the pass got knocked loose. Spuds steer it away. Come to the blue line, walking his way in. Max Dronen down low. Here's a backhand shot, and a goal! Michael Overbo following the play in. He took the rebound and slammed it in.
Well, Lucas Fear made a fantastic play in the neutral zone. He took a centering feed and got hit very hard by Eric Polkamp, but he made the play that advanced that puck to a 2-on-1, and Michael Overbo finished it.
3:23, the time of the goal, as the Spuds have taken the 1-0 advantage. Waiting for the official scoring on that goal as the face-off out at center comes back now to the near side. Luke Grammer walks his way in, goes off to the far side, then rolls it down low and from behind. Comes back down near side, all the way along the boards. It squirts its way loose, and out it comes to center. Here comes Brainerd. And it rolls out to center. Tipped ahead, then rebounded back. Spuds track it down. It comes near side. All the way rink wide. It's brought in by Johnny Franklin. He goes centering pass, and it's deflected away. Back now to the near side. It comes near side, and it's picked off the boards. Rolling it rink wide. Brainerd has it for a moment, then it's steered away. Tipped it away, comes back now near side and picked up by McCoy Gregoire. Spuds have it at center. Here's Cullen just walking his way in. He goes down the slot, and it's a bouncing puck to the near side. Moorhead. Michael Overbo gets the goal. Yeah, Lucas Fear does get the goal, or does get an assist on that one.
The Spuds are doing a nice job in the neutral zone right now. When transition is happening, they're winning those battles and making a couple of plays that have been the difference in getting chances going the other way.
Michael Overbo's goal, his second of the season in the first 3 games played, and it's 1-0 Moorhead. 12:07 now showing, and that icing pass brings it back up. And we'll come back into the Brainerd zone. So early domination is maybe a little bit strong a word, but an early advantage for Moorhead.
I would agree with that. It's not quite domination, but we certainly have the advantage with more puck time and possession and a little bit better chances right now.
Anytime you can grab the lead early, it tends to help things out by the end of the night. Play goes off to the far side. Brainerd now from the behind the net comes out on the near, all the way out to the scramble. They poke away at it at the blue line before it's steered loose, and Brainerd comes up with it. Tipped ahead onto the near side. Walking it away, Caleb Sundquist had it. It's poked away from him, and it comes back out to center. A quick turnaround is taken back by Moorhead. Here's the walk up now on the near side. And from there, Lucas Fair, who got an assist on the game's only goal, steers it behind the net. From there, taken away. And off the skates, Moorhead able to play it back again, turn it around quickly, then it's knocked away. Nice defensive play by Seth Botts of Brainerd to take it away right at the blue line, and he turned it up ice. 1-0 Moorhead. Play goes down low to the far side. Back now to the near corner and along the boards. It's played, pounding off the boards. It comes all the way back down near side for Max Dronen, and he sends it into the zone, taken back then by Brainerd. All the way near side, here's the look, and a walk in, tossed ahead by Eric Polkamp of Brainerd, and it goes rink wide. Played loose, Moorhead tracks it down, chases it down, picked it up, walking his way in. Kai Holm quickly back on his skates, steers it off down low. And as he goes behind the net, he steers it back near side where it's taken back by Brainerd, and the Warriors have it now out of their own end. A little bit of forecheck action there by Johnny Franklin, but the pass ahead, and it comes all the way down ice with 10:38 to go, and play continues as they work it behind the net, not to the near side. Johnny Franklin, nice pass ahead for Jonas Spicer. He had it poked off his stick and taken by Ian Odland. And here comes Brainerd out to center as they set up their offensive scheme. Backhanded under the near side by Kadolf. And Kadolf works it loose and poked away from him. Moorhead quickly returning to center. Walking his way in, Wyatt Gunkel. Tied up along the blue line right in front of the Brainerd bench. Approaching 10 minutes to go here in the opening period. Scrambling after, it's picked up, the Spuds walk his way, and here's a shot and a goal! Caden Triggs, nifty move, soft touch, waited for the play to happen, and Moorhead takes an early 2-0 lead.
Caden Triggs makes a fantastic play in the neutral zone with some heavy pressure on a Brainerd defender. Wins the puck near the blue line and moves in all alone and made it look easy. Beautiful play by Caden Triggs.
Caden Triggs getting the counter at 6:57. Now it comes near side. Brainerd has it. A long pass set in, wide of net. So far, Hudson Hodges has been watching and has been a spectator. Here's a long pass in from the blue line that was steered away by Hodges. Set out far side, and the Spuds pull it out of the corner and head up. Tapping it ahead, Cullen Jess, and it goes all the way down. He heads off. Player changes for the Spuds now with 9.5 to play. Moorhead winding it up on top. Luke Grammers then steers it to the near corner, and it's worked off by Eric Polkamp of Brainerd to the far side. Warriors trying to set it up. Some heavy pressure being applied by Carter Johnson, and he forces a lazy pass, and the Warriors are still having trouble getting it out of their own end before it comes rink wide. 2-0 Moorhead early on. A bouncing puck taken back by the Spuds. They set it up, and a pass comes out near side for Max Dronan, and here's the return up on top, and a quick wrister sent on by Overbo as it rolls off the backboards and all the way out to center. Moorhead lining it up from there. The return now from Luke Grammer to the far side. Tipped ahead off the stick, and ahead it goes, bouncing it all the way back now near side. It got caught in some traffic before it comes to the near corner. From there, played on. Here's the look now. It's 8:35 remaining. A bouncing puck up on top. Spuds giving chase on it. Lucas Fear stumbled just a bit, couldn't get there. As a result, the Warriors take it all the way up ice, throw it in deep. Spuds are there to pick it up. Here's the move back now by Luke Grammer. His pass got deflected. McCoy, Gregoire there to pick it up. He circles back in before feeding it up on the near side for Michael Overbo, who worked his way to the blue line, tapped it ahead, and he heads off. And the Spuds have completed their change, and it comes near side now for Cade Moylanen. Working it off, Moylanen brings it in. He walks his way down. He left-handed one on. It bounced away behind the net, steered now far side. Eric Stockson picks it up for Brainerd and brings it back rink wide. To the near side, it's picked up by Cade Moylanen. To the far side, Moorhead. Fan on a pass attempt. White Gunkel was trying to bring it back to the near side and just lifted it up over the top of the puck. Up on top it goes, and a long, hard shot from the point hit the backboards. Near side now for Johnny Franklin. Poked away from them. Here's a shot, point blank, sent away by Hudson Hodges. Back it comes now near side, 7:25 to go. A couple of elbows being thrown, nothing more than that, and here come the Warriors along the near side. As they walk in, tight move to the net, or to the post rather, by Hudson Hodges as he hung on to make sure that thing wasn't going any farther.
Well, it's the first time we've seen a lot of pressure from Brainerd on Hodges there, and what they did a nice job of was bottling up Moorhead there, trying to get out of the zone, and they turned quick in transition and drove the net hard.
Off the face-off near side, it ends up to the far boards. Cullen just giving chase, and it rolls out the center, taken back by Ian Odland. He lifts that up, and it goes all the way down to the far corner. In pursuit, Moorhead's Grant Fresh. He's tied up in the corner. Puck is free. Spuds break out. It's 4-on-3 out at center. To the far side, and walking is in. Drop back. Here's a wind up and a shot, and it bounced off to the near side. Spuds had a good look, and the rebound goes behind the net. That scoring opportunity by Carter Johnson just misfired. Back it comes out to center. From there, Luke Grammer plays it back, got it back. Here's the pass ahead. Carter Johnson lines up on the near point, and it comes handed off to Caden Triggs. It's sent down deep. 6:24 remaining here in the opening period. Moorhead has scored twice to lead it 2-0. The first goal from Michael Overbo. The second goal by Caden Triggs. Stoppage in play here with 6:15 to go.
Well, I didn't see exactly what happened down in the corner, but on the forecheck there must have been a little exchange after the puck was released, and the officials took Caden Triggs off for roughing.
Moorhead will get a couple of minutes in the box near side and will skate shorthanded. So Brainerd gets the power play opportunity, their first of the season, as the Spuds pull it loose and turn around and send it up ice. Out of the scramble, Max Dronan turned it up ice, and the play now will come back to Brainerd as we touch the 6-minute mark here in the opening period. To the far side, and up and down all the way behind the net. Hudson Hodges plays it back down near side, out of the corner, worked away. Roughing the call on Triggs as that penalty, and a bouncing puck came right into the midsection of Hudson Hodges, who stood his ground once again. Hudson Hodges coming up with the save.
Well, Brainerd did a very timeless, simple play where they got the puck up top, had traffic in front of Hudson, and took a good shot with the redirect, but Hudson was there.
Play off to the circle now, near side, set up on top and a scramble for it there. Brainerd gets it, drops it up high in the slot for Eric Polkamp. Now near side, then return rink wide and up the top, up on the top to Polkamp. It comes to the near corner as they set up their power play, passing opportunity. It got down low and right in front, but Wyatt Gunkel now tracks it down. Cannot clear as it was picked up at the point. Brainerd keeps it in. Off to the far side, 5:20 to go in the period. Polkamp takes a look and whistles one down low, and it's gloved off the ice. We're getting a chance to see some sparkling play from Hudson Hodges here early on.
Well, Brainerd on their power play looks like they want to get it up top to big number 23, Eric Polkamp, and that boy can shoot the puck like a man. And if they continue to get him good looks, that could be successful for Brainerd.
Moorhead with the lead, but skating shorthanded here with 5:13 to go. Up on top, high in the slot, Ian Odland sends it near side. Here's a windup from there. A rebound off to the side. Spuds cover nicely, and it's picked off the ice by Cullen Jess as he turned it around and sent it up. 5 minutes now showing. So in spite of some heavy pressure applied by Brainerd, the Spuds have been able to shut the door as the Warriors on the return trip still with the extra skater. Long pass down deep into the far corner, got away from Roberts, and it's brought back near side. All the way along to the near boards. Tipped away there, and they scramble for it. Walking his way in. Here's the pass down low, and again, a heavy blow delivered to Hudson Hodges, who briefly took some exception to the fact that he was being run over. But cooler heads have prevailed.
Brainerd went hard to the net, and I think he was aided by a little shove from Moorhead defenseman Grant Frisch, and Hodges certainly didn't like that, and we might have some blood boiling here.
Well, we'll see how the game goes on. Still 21 seconds left on Moorhead's penalty to Caden Triggs. As the play comes near side, Spuds skating short-handed, picked up by Luke Grammer, carries it behind the net, sends it out on front. Max Dronen, he got turned around but delivered it off to the far side. We've got another penalty coming up, and this will even things up for the next 9 seconds as Brainerd picks up a 2-minute minor.
I tell you, Luke Grammer came around behind the net and made a nifty little centering pass to exit the zone, and Max Dronen got his feet moving up ice and got hauled down by a Brainerd player to draw a penalty, and we'll see if the Spuds can do something on their power play.
They'll skate 4-on-4 for 9 seconds, and then Moorhead will have the advantage. That penalty to Hayden Cruz of Brainerd, and off the face-off, it came all the way out of the zone, and we'll redo it again on the icing with 4:19 now showing.
I will say I was impressed with Brainerd's power play. They were able to generate a few chances, and as the game goes on, we'll want to watch that. The Spuds may want to stay out of the box.
2-0 Moorhead. Play comes up to the point. Turn, looking in. Cade Moylan in. Moorhead is full strength. They're on the power play as they play catch before they settle in on their 5 skaters. Wyatt Gunkel up on top, slides in near side. Here's a quick wrister sent on by Michael Overbo, and it bounces out of the corner. The rolls around behind the net. Wyatt Gunkel can't hold his zone and backtracks to pick it up, and it comes near side from Moylanen. Quickly returns it in. Moylanen dumps it into the corner on a slow rolling puck picked up by Mason Arger. And here comes Brainerd out, but it's poked away, and a long hard shot sent in by Cade Moylanen that bounced up and bounced out of play, stopping the clock. 3:39 to go here in the opening period. Spuds out shooting Brainerd 8-7 and have a 2-0 lead.
The Spuds have shown some good patience and puck movement so far on this power play, and it could generate some chances for them here.
To the near side, they scramble after it. Moorhead's Max Dronen chased it to the corner, still fighting for it to get a stick on it. Dronen then backhands it out, and it comes near side for Michael Overbo. He's tied up and then sends it out to Moylan, and at the point rolls down behind the net where Lucas Fear gathered it momentarily, and then it's lifted up and out of the zone by Brainerd as they'll take some valuable time off this penalty now with 3:12 in the period and 49 seconds left on the Brainerd penalty. Moorhead gathers it in. Here's Cade Moylanen. His pass got locked up in the skates and rejected, and finally here's Mike Lauber with it for the Warriors into the near corner, but he got tied up there and gives away the puck, and the Spuds reclaim it, and here comes Luke Grammer. Luke Grammer comes all the way in. Here's the backhand shot, and hit the pipe. Kai home a hard glass, and they're going to count the goal. Grammer from behind fed it right up on top to Holm, who was waiting for it.
I don't remember who it was on the right side, but Luke Grammer came up with the puck. He slid it over to either Carter Johnson or Cullen Jess, who gave a great entry pass back to Luke, who laid it back to Kai Holm, who hit the pipe, and Carter Johnson followed up and buried it into the empty net.
So we'll get the scoring here in a moment, but the Spuds have come up with 3 unanswered goals here in the first period over the Brainerd Warriors. And the net apparently was dislodged as they're doing some mending to that.
Well, thus far, the Spuds have showed their experience in exiting their zone and coming through the neutral zone with speed and entering the offensive zone as well.
Carter Johnson given the goal. That's his first of the season. And the play comes now with 2:49. Off to the far side. Spuds a 9-7 shots on goal advantage. Brainerd has had a couple of scoring opportunities, but with the combined play of Hudson Hodges and the Spuds defense, nothing so far crossing the blue line or the red line. Back out. Brainerd rolling ahead. Here's the walk-in and goal, and it's lifted up and tipped away. Perhaps the best scoring opportunity for Brainerd as they walked in on the backside and tried to beat Hudson Hodges stick side.
Well, true to form, we know Brainerd's going to play hard, and they have done a couple of times a really nice job of getting the edge and driving hard right to the paint and making it a little difficult on Hodges, but true to form for Hudson, he's standing tall.
And the Spuds lead it 3-0 as the faceoff rolls in towards Hodges. Spuds get there first and take it back and walk their way in. To the far side, it comes rolling in on goal and then bounced away there. 2 minutes to go in the period. Rolling it along the boards, deep now, back into the corner. Try to scramble out of the zone. It's picked up there. Spuds for a moment, then it's pulled away. Here come the Warriors on his way up, Andrew Zook. He walks his way in, and a shot that was deflected by the defense. And it rolls off to the far side. Moorhead there to clear it with 1:38 to go on the run up ice. Tipped ahead just as they stepped over the red line. And it goes all the way down low. Brainerd there to catch up to it. Johnny Franklin to tie it up for Moorhead. It comes back now as it escapes all the way out to center. Wyatt Gunkel will give chase on it. And as he goes down hard into the boards, manages to keep his stick on the play and prevent the takeaway. And the scramble for the loose puck continues in the far corner. 1:11 now showing in the opening period. Moorhead with 3 goals with a 3-0 lead as the play comes out. Here's a turnaround shot blocked away. Nice turnaround look by Hayden Cruz. And with 1 minute to go in the period, the Spuds get a stick on it. And from behind the net, Luke Grammer turns and sends it up to the far right wing. It comes back down near side, stolen away. Backpedaling into his own end before Eric Polkamp. Settles in. Sends it back, got it back. Here's Polkamp up ice. Sliding his way through center to the near point and lining one up. And a hard shot, point blank, steered away by Hodges. 30 seconds to go as the Spuds come back up. Here's Cullen Jess. Along the boards, he got bumped off the play, and the Warriors there to take it back. Lifted up and all the way down. It comes rolling, it comes bouncing. Moorhead steering it back. They've got one last look up ice. On his way in, Carter Johnson, just as he stepped forward, had it pulled away. And as it came back and out again, it brought an offside call with 7 seconds now showing. And so I think, Rob, the Spuds could hardly ask for a better start against an opponent like the Warriors.
That's absolutely right. Get off to a quick start is not what Brainerd wanted and exactly what the Spuds wanted.
So as the time runs out and the teams have put 1 period into the book, it's been the Spuds. They've scored 3 times, and as the teams head to the locker room, on the Speakeasy scoreboard, it's Moorhead 3 and Brainerd 0. Spuds. A goal for Michael Overbolt at 3:23 from Caden Triggs at 6:57. And Carter Johnson at the 14:13 mark. And Rob Grammer, 3-0 Spuds.
Well, I tell you, what I really felt was important in that period for the Spuds is their experience in controlling the play and their poise with the puck to maintain enough control to let some things develop. And then the forwards did some fantastic work in creating the goals as they came up the ice on the rush. One being Lucas Fear making a fantastic hard play in the middle of the ice to spring the 2-on-1. Caden Triggs on a tremendous forecheck to create the second goal, and then just some great passing coming off the wing, entering the zone to create the third goal. So all around a great start for the Spuds.
That third goal could very well be one of the strengths of Moorhead's game this year, and their ability to find the open skater and get the puck to him.
Well, absolutely, that passing combination was 3 or 4 players coming up the ice, and you'll see that often with all 5 guys being involved in the play because of that experience and the poise that those guys all have with the puck.
And so as a result, the Spuds have a 3-0 lead. Both teams getting 9 shots on goal. Luke Seiko then recording 6 saves. Hudson Hodges with his 9 saves. Earlier tonight, the Moorhead Junior Varsity got a 3-1 win with 2 third-period goals, claiming victory there. And we're underway. The hockey season is underway. We'll be back with more from Moorhead Sports Center after this timeout as you listen to the Spuds. We got a WDAY news break coming your way next on the Speakeasy Scoreboard. Spuds 3, Brainerd 0.
light-duty truck to do full-size jobs. Boss built the HTX in both V-plow and straight blade options. The Boss HTX family is specifically engineered for today's half-ton and light-duty vehicles. Make no mistake, they have big-time power. So when you're working to restore order, the Boss HTX is here to back you up.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Pert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead. Stop on out and visit us before you get caught with your plow down.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic, serving the FM community for over 9 years. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes, offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Looking for a mortgage in the Valley? Where would you go? Some people are skeptical of those humongous banks. Others worry about the stability of some small lenders. At Valley Mortgage, we're independent and only do mortgages. So we're small enough to give you the service you want and large enough to give you the security and experience you need. It's the perfect fit. Valley Mortgage, we're the largest independent mortgage banker in the Valley. An equal housing lender.
Open your eyes to a credit union.
The one myth of a credit union
is that we don't offer what the other guys do.
Well, that's simply not true.
We have business, checking, and loans.
Mortgages and credit cards.
We have free Kasasa checking.
And all the other services you need too.
Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
When searching for a home loan, too many people focus only on the rate. They forget to ask the lender, are approvals made locally or in a city far away? Are you experienced at closing on time? With Valley Mortgage, you get a great rate, the best service, local approval, and over 30 years of experience. So give us a ding. Valley Mortgage, we're the largest independent mortgage banker in the Valley, an equal housing lender.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
I get asked
all the time, what in the world is a credit union?
Let me tell you.
It's a member-owned financial cooperative.
And you're a part of it.
You're a part of it.
Because our earnings go back to our members.
So open your eyes to a credit union.
Yeah, that's right. Open them. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Four Seasons Car Wash on 34th Street in Moorhead is a proud supporter of Spuds TV and the Spud Boosters. Unlimited wash memberships are available starting at just $20. A portion of each new membership is donated to the Spud Boosters. Free vacuum stations with each wash. So for a fast, clean wash, go to Four Seasons Car Wash.
For good times and great food and drinks, gather your people and come visit us at Legends. You will love our wings, pulled pork, pizza, and other delicious items. Gluten-free and other special diets can be accommodated. We show all the major sporting events. If you are having a special event, take advantage of our event room and catering. Our catering is available for both delivery and pickup. Visit us today.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. Have a sandwich, you hero.
Open your eyes
to a credit union.
Wait. What's a credit union?
It's a financial cooperative.
And it's member-owned.
Which means
better rates.
Lower fees.
And all the financial services that you need.
It's easy to join.
So easy to join.
Practically ridiculous how easy it is to join.
So open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes to
a credit union.
So open your eyes. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
and I look to see him continue to do that and flourish this year.
You talked about the strength of the defense. What are your impressions of what you've seen after this first period?
Well, I think they've been very sharp with the puck, controlling the play, coming out of our end, and also in the neutral zone in a regroup situation when Brainerd is able to clear the zone. And that's created, when you maintain possession as a defensive unit like that, it creates a lot of space for your forwards to attack through the neutral zone and generate some chances off the rush, and we've seen that happen, and the Spuds be successful with that tonight.
And we've also seen Hudson Hodges be challenged close in, and he's been able to, so far, keep the door shut.
Well, one of the toughest things to do as a goaltender when you're not challenged early in the game is to stay sharp, and I was very impressed with Hudson's tracking of the puck as Brainerd got some momentum with that power play and then got some late chances. Hudson was tracking the puck very well and staying sharp despite not having a lot of early action.
One of the first things I think of when we talk about the strength of a defensive unit is their ability to keep the puck away from the goaltender. Now, what are your thoughts on what you saw in the first half or the first period?
Well, we did a lot of that through possession of our own and keeping the puck on our stick and being in the other end. But when it did come down, we did a fairly nice job of not allowing second opportunities when Brainerd got the puck to the net and allowing Hudson to cover it up.
And so with that in mind, the Spuds are in the locker room getting their second period game plan in place. Brainerd is trying to figure out a way to stop the Spuds and to get on the scoreboard here in this first game of their season. We'll be back with more from Moorhead Sports Center after one period of play on the Speakeasy scoreboard. It's Moorhead 3 and Brainerd nothing.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
One thing that we're going to talk about is what happens in the locker room in a game like this where your team, and in this case it's Moorhead, they've already scored 3 goals, and that's a pretty good production for the entire evening, but they got 3 in the first period. What do you tell your kids to keep things going?
Well, in the Spuds locker room, they're saying keep the foot on the gas right now. We can't let up, and we have to continue to keep our attention to detail and keep the level of play high. In the flip side, in the Warrior locker room right now, they're saying, hey, there's 2 periods left. This isn't the start that we wanted, but there's plenty of game left, and if we can flip the script here early in the second, we can get back in this one.
Interesting to see. Last year, these 2 teams played for the section championship and the right to go on to state. Moorhead winning that one. Brainerd always seems to be factoring in. Dave Voss took over, 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and has kept the program at a very high level.
Well, he has, and the Warriors are always going to play hard, and they've got some talented players that they're churning out every year over there. So the advantage might go one way or the other year to year, but it's always going to be tight, and I expect the Warriors to have an answer here.
And I suspect that if we were to ask the coaches and those in the know, Section 8 this year again is going to feature not only Moorhead and Brainerd, but Roseau's going to factor in, Bemidji's going to factor in, these teams, and the St. Michael Albertville. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. So as we get the second period underway, Moorhead will attack left to right when they have the puck. Brainerd now circling back into their own end, nearly threw it away, but here's the advance now along the near side. And along the boards, Hayden Cruz, that first line centerman, brings it in, and it's up on top. Here's a wind-up and a shot deflected. That was a nice screen there, but the pass just missing wide. Back it comes, up on top. Here's a backhand try, and the Spuds again getting a stick on a stick. And it rolls off to the far side. Cruz giving chase. It's knocked away, and the Spuds pick it up as Luke Grammer comes near side. Lifted off the boards into the near side. It's played back. Turned down low and picked up by Grant Frisch. To the backside it comes. Spuds have it here as they've been tied up in their own end. Now here's a long pass that was a bit long, and it escapes back to Brainerd as Christian Kadoff comes up with it. To the near side. Going off Eli Roberts. Tracked it down off the far boards. Picks up his own rebound pass and put it into trouble. And from there the Spuds pick it up and turn it around and head up ice with a backhand in by Caden Triggs. Taken back behind the net. Brainerd trying to escape the zone, and it comes near side now with Seth Watts. Brings it across the blue line. It's lifted up from behind by him. And now the loose puck scrambled after, picked up and sent on by Caleb Sundquist. And the rebound comes out on top, and here comes Moorhead. As they come, it is knocked away. Great play by Eric Polkamp. He works his way in. He had an open look on Hudson Hodges, who is there to make the save. And we're seeing very often here in this first period plus that Eric Polkamp kind of makes things revolve around him.
He's a really good player for Brainerd, high-end player. He's certainly been involved in a lot of the action, and he had a really good chance right there.
Play off to the far side. Now the Spuds pull it out of the draw, and it come near side as they just do hold the zone. Lucas Fear was slowed down, and the puck got taken away. Back out at the blue line. Fear tracks it down from behind. Max Dronen had it momentarily. Taken away from him now as Weston Andrews comes up with it. Sends it behind the net for Brainerd, and it's back to Andrews now near side. On the near boards. Moorhead getting a stick on it to slow play. It comes working its way out, and it's picked up by McCoy Gregoire. Off to the far side, a nice poke check away, but it comes bouncing back to Gregoire, and then he lost it. Here's a walk-in on goal. Shot blocked, saved by Hudson Hodges. A steal out at the blue line, and a walk-in uncontested, but Hudson Hodges comes up big.
So this is the start that Brainerd wanted to this period. We'll see if the Spuds can weather their storm on Brainerd's pushback right now, and thus far Hodges has really bailed the Spuds out of a couple of really strong opportunities in transition for Brainerd.
3 shots on goal early by Brainerd here in the second period, none for Moorhead, but it stays 3-0 Spuds as the play comes out to center. Working its way from the backside, Wyatt Gunkel comes up with it. Backpedaling into his own end, it comes back to Gunkel, and he advances. Gunkel brings it to the blue line and in. Cullen just could not hang on at the blue line stripe as he was trying to hold the zone there. It is whistled down for offside, and play comes to the faceoff.
The Warriors have seemed to have made an adjustment in this period where they're trying to trap the Spuds and forced their D to carry the puck up the ice, and Gunkel did a great job of navigating that and just barely won offsides on the wing.
Off the draw, Moorhead brings it in. Sent down to the far corner. Luke Grammer pushes it behind the net. It comes back now near side. Up along the boards as they poke it loose. Chased down by Hayden Cruz of Brainerd. He brings it back near side. Mike Lauber with it now momentarily. Lauber works it up on the near side for Cruz, who brings it in. And just as he stepped forward, had his pocket picked. Here comes Carter Johnson on the way in. Carter Johnson weaves his way through traffic and then goes deep far side and then tossed it away. Picked off by the Warriors. And as they come to the line, it's dropped in by Cruz. Brainerd with their line change. Moorhead to recover the puck behind the net and head out. Just underway, second period. Loose puck down deep, taken back by the Spuds. And once again, we'll try to bring it out of the zone, and out at center, it's taken back by Eli Roberts. Long pass, rink wide. Luke Grammer there to pick it up. Splits through the defense and sends it near side for Cullen Jess. Nice centering pass right there for Jonas Spicer, but it got knocked away. Rolled off to the far point. Gregoire winds up on a shot there. Got halfway through traffic before it was deflected, and here comes Brainerd off the steal, and it comes near side. On the walk-in, a backhand pass down low by Caleb Sundquist, and it goes behind. Moorhead picking it up there with 12:50 to go. 3-0 Moorhead here in the second as it comes near side ahead of Kai Holm. Down deep into the corner. He skates past the players. Jacob Dritz comes up with it and comes near side up against the boards. Battled hard for it there. Take a whack at it. It bounces loose. Johnny Franklin got turned around, and play continues now as it goes all the way out to the far side. Here's a look by Grammer. His pass into traffic. Meanwhile, Johnny Franklin was knocked to the ice, but no call made, and play continues on. To the near side, it comes along the boards. Kai Holm reaching in. He walks his way towards goal. Can't catch up to it, and play out to the point. From there, Grammer, far side. Looking, McCoy, Gregoire, up on top. Spicer winds up, shooting, blocked away. Slips off to the far side and tracked down by Gregoire. Takes a whack at it and missed, but on the back side of the play, Jonas Spicer there to pick it up. Sending it in, the Spuds make a line change, and that brings us inside of 12 minutes to go. Second period action, a bouncing puck before it's cleared and settled to the near side for Luke Grammer. He goes back rink wide. Here's the walk-in from there by Michael Overbull. Down deep into the corner and comes back out. We've got an arm upraised, and as it goes past the line, that's a stops play with 11:33 to go here in the second period. Moorhead with a 3-0 lead.
A nice shift for the Spuds there to kind of turn the tide of this second period where Brainerd was doing what they wanted to do. We got the puck down in their end and managed to keep it down there and turn the tide a little bit here in the second period.
Off the face-off, out to the point, high in the slot, Grammer. Near side, backpedaling his way down. He winds up to shoot it, got traffic, bounced away, chased behind the net. Spuds going after the rebound. Warriors get there first, and now the battle for it. Along the near boards. Play worked back down, deep in the corner. From behind the net, it's sent out far side. Big hit there, bouncing puck out to center. It comes near side for Luke Grammer. He stick handles his way loose, then threw it ahead and threw it away. Josh McLean there to pick it up. He brings it in, and his shot got deflected up and out of play with 11:02 to go here in the second period.
Really strong defensive play there as Brainerd got a turnover in the neutral zone across the blue line, tried to fire a shot, and Grant Fish got his stick out there to deflect the puck high up into the netting.
3-0 Moorhead, all scoring in the first period. 12-10 shots on goal advantage. Brainerd 3-1 in that department here in the second period. Here's a long shot from up on top and scooped off the ice. Christian Kadolf was there, and he blasted it all the way through traffic, and it's scooped off the ice by Hudson Hodges. Play comes down near side of Hodges. This face-off brought to you by First International Bank and Trust, reminding you to live first. As the play comes down, it is knocked free. Then Cullen Jess picked it up, bounced it behind, tied up momentarily. Players go down, big hit there. Puck is loose, and here comes Wyatt Gunkel. He steers it off to the far side and up. Backhanded off the boards just ahead of Caden Triggs, and it's knocked away from him. Cade Moylan comes back up to recover. for the Spuds, and it's run around behind the net back to the near side. 10:25 to go in the second. 3-0 Moorhead with the lead as they scramble out of their own end. Wyatt Gunkel stick handling his way, trying to bring the possession under control. Now the pass out to the blue line where it's kept in, then knocked free, and now it escapes and comes out to center. Tapped ahead by Cullen Jessen into the zone. Moorhead will quickly make a line change as play comes from behind the net back now to the near side. Here's Hayden Cruz with it for Brainerd. He tried to work his way out and he lost his man. Play continues on to the far side. Warriors following the play, pick it up, and Cruz brings it in. Knocked away from him. Now it got away to the near side. Here's the walk in and a shot. Nice defensive play by Jonas Spicer of Moorhead to prevent the shot from getting away. Up on top, knocked through. Brainerd has picked up their pace as it comes loose now to the near side. Stick handling off the skates, off the sticks, and the play goes off to the far boards and deep into the corner. Played back now near side is Kai Holm. Brings it ahead. Here's the walk-up ice by Luke Grammer. He comes to the blue line and rifles one in. He'll head off. Spuds head off. Shines being made, and here come the Warriors. Rink wide pass far side, 9:09 to go. No scoring here in the second period, and the Spuds hold on to a 3-0 lead. To the near side, here's the walk-in on goal, and a shot sent on by Max Dronen wide. Rebound picked up, sent up on top. Here's the look in by Luke Mjoen as he headed to the near side. It comes back up on top and wind up from there. Gregoire down low, shot deflected all the way up over the top to the near side as they try to tic-tac-toe pace to Michael Overbo. And the recovery to Overbo far side. Stick handles his way into the corner, sends it behind the net. Play continues on there. Overbo giving chase on it, knocked away, and then picked off nicely by Max Dronen. Here's the play up on top, and the shot deflected away by Luke Sako. And it comes back now near side. 8:21 to go in the second period. As the play comes to Moorhead. Here's a long shot from the backside. A hard shot from Michael Overbo, but a nice save by Luke Sako, keeping it at 3-0.
Well, fantastic work by the line of Drone and Fear and Overbo on that shift, along with the deep pairing of Mjoen and Gregoire. Fantastic puck movement, and just like another guy named Ovi, we had Mike setting up over there for the one-timer. You got a good one off.
Play down to the far corner. Along the boards, Warriors steer it and come out. Big hit delivered by Cade Moylanen. Puck rolls free and comes all the way down, pushing it ahead, trying to hook up with Cullen Jess. Now back to the near side. Jess comes out with a pass for Carter Johnson. He carries it off to the far side, then dishes it ahead. From behind the net, Caden Triggs had it poked away, and here come the Warriors. Nice poke check away by Cullen Jess, and it's all alone. Cullen Jess shoots, and Cullen Jess scores. He did both ends of that, first defensively and then got it back, and he was all alone in on goal. Cullen Jess makes it 4-0.
Absolutely right about that, Larry. A great play by Cullen Jess, and another sneaky, nifty, strong play by Caden Triggs near the blue line to spring Jess in all alone, and he goes forehand, backhand, and makes no doubt about it up top.
And so with that, Cullen Jess, his second goal of the season, and the Spuds lead at 4-0. Caden Triggs assisting. There, we'll check the official scoring on that during our second intermission. And the play from one end now rolls all the way back up ice and squirts off to the far side. The hole has just become a bit deeper as far as Brainerd is concerned, now trailing by 4 midway through. Cullen Jess given credit. And Carter Johnson also getting an assist, and Carter Johnson's numbers in that department building up here too. That's his 4th assist in 3 games. 6:47 to go. 4-0 now Moorhead. On the walk-up ice, Luke Grammer steers it off to the far side, puts it right on the stick of Michael Overbo, who walks his way in. Puck is poked away. Kai Holm picks it up on the far point. He slides his way in. And it goes free. As the play comes into the zone and it's poked away from behind. Back out at center. Brainerd will have to touch up on the play with 6:18 to go. It got away from Johnny Franklin. He reaches back and tips it ahead. Either he or Jonas Spicer. They both had a chance at it. Brainerd comes up with a long pass out of the zone, and I think they wanted to get some pressure taken away. And that'll bring us back into the near side of Luke Seiko for the faceoff.
Well, Christian Kadoff, one of the Warriors' captains, is one of their top players. He's trying to make something happen. He made a long rush up the ice, and I think he came another 200 feet back and said, I need a break, so he iced it and got a whistle.
6:07 as the puck goes down with the Spuds leading 4-0 here in the second. And it comes out near the point and tipped away. Recovered then by Eric Polkamp as he works it ahead. Tapped it down deep to the backboards. Tracked down by Luke Mioen. Comes up on top and steered away by the Warriors. Back down here in the corner. From there, McCoy Gregoire. It's tied up behind the net. Poked free by Mason Arger. And it comes out and it rolls through center all the way up. Brainerd will try to take advantage of the Spuds line change, and it's poked away by Colin Jess. He'll try it again. Oh my, what a period of extraordinary play by Colin Jess, defensively turning them into goals.
I think the Warrior defenseman was surprised at the long reach of the big fella, and as he tried to make a move around him, Cullen poked it past him, went in, and instead of going backhand, he just sniped it over the glove, and another very nice goal for Cullen Jess.
And an assisted goal for Cullen Jess has made this a 5-0 hockey game. And I think you're right about that. Brainerd was caught off guard by that defensive stylings of Cullen Jess. So the Spuds have scored twice in short order by Cullen Jess both times, and it's 5-0. On the near side, bouncing it ahead. It comes out to center, recovered by Christian Kadoff. And again, it's Jess. He is at center ice, and he backhands it ahead. Rolls all the way down. Second goal tonight for Cullen Jess, and third of the season. 4:53 to go. Play off to the far side. Down deep into the corner. Here's a quick turnaround by Hayden Cruz. Comes back near side for Weston Andrews. Throws it out into the slot. Deflected away. Finally working its way back to the near side where Lucas Fear has it from Moorhead. And he brings it to the near boards and he brings it in. Lucas Fear. He works his way all the way down low. Went a bit wide on the play. Left the puck there, but a nice recovery then from Michael Overbo to force play back to the near side where the Spuds are waiting for it. Tied up along with Jacob Dritz. Down deep in the corner. From there, the physicality of the game as they try to gain control of the play. Working it behind the net. Tracked down. Back down near side. Max Stoner centering pass, and he tried a one-timer and it just slipped away. Michael Overbo. Hey, he was down on his knee on that low pass and he misfired. So the errant play there comes all the way back up ice where the Spuds recover and bring it near side. Kai Holm picks it up and backhands it in. 3:45 to go. Lifted off to the far side. Brainerd from there turning it ahead. A bouncing puck got away. Chased down by Luke Grammer and the Spuds bring it back. Onto the near side for Holm. He takes a big hit, got spun around and keeps on chugging away. Here's Kai Holm into the zone. Big hit there. Kai Holm in this first 3 games of the season has certainly not been without his little bumps and grinds and big collisions along the way. He is probably one of the smaller skaters on the ice, but not afraid of contact.
Kai Holm will run through the wall for you, and he is showing that tonight.
2:57 now as we have gone inside of the 3-minute mark. Second period of play. Spuds have mounted the advantage now to 5-0 on 2 Cullen Jess goals here in the period. Here's a play down low. It's tapped forward and then ricochets to the far side. Played into the corner. Looking it up on top. Here's Cullen Jess, and he tried for the hat trick, the pure hat trick, but it slipped away. Roll off to the far side, and it bounces off the boards and out of the zone. And Luke Mion is there to pick it up for Moorhead. Brings it back near side. Just bounced behind Jess. And it's picked up there, turned around. Spuds have it far side, poked away. Gregoire forced to play it back. 2:12 to go in the period. Here's the play on the near side as they work it ahead. Slapped away by Weston Andrews of Brainerd all the way down and behind the net. Moorhead there to pick it up, but an outlet pass was stolen away by Caleb Sundquist of Brainerd. And deep in the corner, Polkamp has it, but only briefly. Returned to Caden Triggs deep in the corner, 1:48 in the period. Moorhead breaking out of the zone with a long pass that bounces off the near side boards and in. Weston Andrews there to pick it up for Brainerd, and he turns it around, but his long pass intercepted. Spuds are there to pick it up, and it's bounced away. Backpedaling into his own end, Johnny Franklin, or Luke Mion rather. That was Luke Mion. And the return pass comes up. Spuds have a 3-on-1. Here's a wind-up, but a deflection just out of the reach. Luke Seiko may have actually put a stick on it to knock the pass away. And on the way back up ice, Eric Polkamp sends in a hard shot from the blue line. Deflected away by Hudson Hodges, and play continues. From behind the net, Wyatt Gunkel, as he turns and looks up ice, 1 minute to go in the period. From behind, Spuds there to pick it up, outlet pass, near side. Here's the walk up by Lucas Fear. Fear goes deep into the corner. He's chased down by Christian Kadolf. And then recovering on the backside, I wonder if it wasn't Cade Moylan that tried to muscle that one in. But the save there by Seiko keeps it at 5-0. Teams have shot equally. 9-9 at the end of the first. It's 14-14. But the Spuds have put 5 of those 14 shots in.
Despite that, Seiko has been sharp.
Play on the near side. Scrabble for it. Off the face-off, it comes out near the point, then wrestled away. Carter Johnson has it in the near corner. He's double-teamed as they try to reach in and poke the puck free. Carter Johnson's second effort then gives way to Caden Triggs. Play comes up on top, back to Triggs deep in the far corner. Colin Just feeding it away. Here's Carter Johnson on the way in. Play deflected. Brainerd there to pick it up, and they come out to center. Spuds reach in to poke check it away. On a quick return, bouncing in and just out of the reach. It is deflected to the far side, and Brainerd takes it down deep into their own end, and they'll let the clock run out. As the horn sounds, we have put 2 periods away. On the Speakeasy scoreboard, Moorhead 5 and Brainerd nothing.
At Central Minnesota.
Back in 1926, people in the FM area began choosing the latest fashions and flooring materials from Fargo Linoleum, and they still do. Fargo Linoleum offers you everything in floor covering. After all these years, Fargo Linoleum is still the floor covering leader.
Whether you're building a new home or looking to save money on your energy bills by improving your existing insulation, let the experts at Cullen Insulation help you out. Contact Dan and mention this ad to receive a 10% discount off any work they perform for you. Just like your Moorhead Spuds, the team at Cullen Insulation is committed to excellence.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
Welcome back to Moorhead, pardon me, to Moorhead Sports Center. As the Spuds, a very high and very efficient offensive performance here in the first half. Sam Walsted, as we see a 5-0 count up on the board with just 14 shots on goal.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about just there in the break. It's a good percentage to have, but like we were also saying, we've had a lot of high percentage shots, and that hasn't been a lot of shots from out deep, shots from the wall, shots from the point. We scored both those goals, realistically, 4 of the 5 goals all alone. I mean, Triggs turned one over in the first period, walked around the goalie. We had another one. Michael had a good shot. And then the other one, we had a good shot in the middle of the ice, off the post in the first period, and we buried the rebound. And then Jess 2 breakaways in the second. It's what we like to see.
Cullen Jess kind of stole the show in that second period, didn't he?
Yeah, Triggs made a good play to get that puck away from the defender and makes a nice pass to Cullen. Cullen goes backhand, and then the next time he just has a stick on the ice like he's been taught. And you get your stick on the ice, good things happen. He turns it over, and
it
does the work.
When you're watching a hockey game, it brings you to the edge of the seat when you see a skater, the puck and the stick, and all alone.
Oh yeah, and it's and it's cool to see it. And then he put it where you want to put it.
Did you at all anticipate this kind of a start tonight?
No. This matchup's always tough. Brainerd's always going to come in and play tough. Just like that JV game, they're running all over, hitting us with everything they had, and we've played our game. We're capitalizing on the chances we have. We're controlling on the outcome, and it's what we want to see.
Does the fact that it's Moorhead's third game and their first make a difference?
People say that, but it's good to have it. But that was their first game last year too, and we came out quick in their home rink. It's our first game here. We got some new jerseys on. There's a lot of new kids
that must make all the difference.
There's a lot of new kids that are anxious, and they want to get out there and play, and it's a good atmosphere. It's a good outcome right now.
And the Spuds have mounted up a 5-0 lead on Brainerd. A quick look at the strength of the section. Where does it lie again this year?
I would say that the teams that have annually been there, you got Brainerd. I would say Roseau's got some good young talent. They just lose their goalie. Will be interesting to see them. Buffalo's got their good top line. Rogers has been playing well, and you can never count out St. Michael as well.
I'm looking, I guess since the St. Michael Albertville performance that took him to state tournament a couple of years ago, as a team and a program that has certainly made great strides in that direction.
Absolutely, and we get to go to their barn this year. It's new last year, so it's going to be a tough test. And they got their top guys back. There are a couple A-Lin kids there, and the Flameng. They're returning, and they can really get after it. But it'll be fun to play them when that comes.
Anything special in store here for the third period?
Be smart. You don't want to have things get goofy and have anybody get hurt or play dumb. It's just play our game, get the puck in deep, and the outcome is the outcome.
Congratulations on the win for the Spuds Junior Varsity, 3-1 earlier today. Anything that came out of that you'd like to talk about?
I thought we worked hard. It was a good first period. We kind of let off the gas a little in the second, and if we'd have played like we did in the third, I think it'd have been a little different story. But they played tough, and they wore us down, and we kind of let that get to us in the second. But it was a good outcome, and we battled back.
You back in action again Saturday as well?
Andover.
That's turned. I like that matchup. I just seem to like that matchup. It's been good hockey, good strong hockey, good rivalry matchup.
It's a good team, good coaches, good squad. They got a lot of guys coming back, and they're ranked up there for a reason.
So we'll look forward to that, as that is a 5 o'clock start back here at Moorhead Sports Center on Saturday afternoon as Moorhead takes on Andover in that one. And our thanks to Sam Walston for being with us during our second intermission here tonight as the Spuds have the lead in the locker room. We've put 2 periods away, and on the Speakeasy scoreboard, it's Moorhead 5 and Brainerd nothing.
A1 Automotive is your friendly neighborhood automotive.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Seasons Car Wash on 34th Street in Moorhead is a proud supporter of Spuds TV and the Spud Boosters. Unlimited wash memberships are available starting at just $20. A portion of each new membership is donated to the Spud Boosters. Free vacuum stations with each wash. So for a fast, clean wash, go to Four Seasons Car Wash.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Four Seasons Car Wash on 34th Street in Moorhead is a proud supporter of Spuds TV and the Spud Boosters. Unlimited wash memberships are available starting at just $20. A portion of each new membership is donated to the Spud Boosters. Free vacuum stations with each wash. So for a fast, clean wash, go to Four Seasons Car Wash.
Moorhead Sports Center finds the Spuds in their season home opener, taking on Brainerd tonight, 5-0 the Spuds. And Rob Grammer, we asked Sam Walston what he thought about this as anticipated the start on it. And he's, quite frankly, and I guess I could have anticipated the answer to that, and it being no, that, but he was glad to see that it was a very highly efficient offensive performance so far.
Yeah, we mentioned it in the pregame. We touched on how experienced the Spuds are defensively, and that's a 5-man game defense, and we're seeing that result in offensive production as our forwards, the Spuds forwards are very disciplined in the neutral zone right now, and with that discipline and effort, they're creating offensive chances off of that. So it's truly a 5-man effort out there playing defense, and the Spuds are having success with that tonight.
Yeah, we talked earlier too about what changes take place in the locker room between periods. It was 3-0 at the end of the first period, and you know that the game is kind of in your favor, but on the other hand, you got to watch out. Well, now it's 5-0, a bigger chance of a letdown at this point.
There really is, and your level of play can drop in both teams are going to want to come out and get something out of this third period. Brainerd may not have the expectation of coming all the way back to win this game, but they'll certainly give an effort at that. But they want to learn and grow. It's early in the season, and they're going to come out and give some effort to learn some things and try to progress as a team. And the Spuds will likely try to do the same.
As a player, I know you were involved in games also that saw your team, whether it be a high school or college, ahead by a sizable margin. How did you fight through that to maintain your high level of intensity?
You want to find something to stay focused on and continue to progress. The coaches are all working on certain things with the players, and you want to stay focused on that to try to continue to build upon what you've done thus far in the game or this far in the season. So hopefully the coaches have got the players directed that way, and knowing these two guys, they certainly will have their players doing that.
As we ended the second period, you were beginning to make the comment that Luke Seiko has still been sharp in spite of the fact that 5 goals have been scored on him.
You know, it's tough. We mentioned it's tough for a goaltender when you don't have a lot of action. And when you get down by 5, there's a tendency to let down a little bit. And he's continued to compete on plays in front of the net that are not easy plays for a goaltender. And he has been sharp when he's had to be. And frankly, some of the goals are very difficult for a goaltender to stop when they're coming in on turnovers resulting in breakaways. And I do think Luke Seiko has had a fairly sharp game, which is an odd comment given the amount of goals scored on only 14 shots.
Well, and then you take a look at as you mentioned, the quality of the shots and how they developed. There really wasn't much more he could have done.
That's absolutely right.
And so it's 5-0 Moorhead. As the next 17 minutes go up on the scoreboard, we are underway. Spuds go right to left as Brainerd intercepts the up pass, and it comes back down near side, and it rolls behind Hodges all the way around to the far corner. Tipped out to the point. Brainerd on the attack, but it's tipped away. Nice defensive play by Caden Triggs. The Spuds are in the zone with it. Here's Carter Johnson down deep. Carter Johnson over skates, and it comes back up, but the Spuds are waiting for it. Here's Cullen Just once again, who winds up to shoot. And that one was lifted high and bounced off to the far side. From there, Luke Grammer. High in the slot comes near side. Wind up on the near side. Shot sent on by Grant Fresh is up and away. Bouncing from there all the way rink wide, and the Spuds chase it down back in their own end. Long pass hard off the stick of Brainerd's Hayden Cruz as the Spuds make a change now. That first line went 52 seconds before they were able to get off the ice. On the near side, play up against the boards. They're waving it away, and everything's clean. Rolls down to the far side. Cade Moylan taking it back from Moorhead as Brainerd caught in their change. Long pass out of the zone, taken back by Seth Botts of Brainerd. He turns and throws it in deep. Rolling it behind the Moorhead net. It comes back to Botts along that far point, and he quickly returns it down low where it's taken back by McCoy Gregoire. Tipped out to Johnny Franklin. He chases after it into the near side. He winds up, and the shot misfired as it bounced back into the near corner. Now from behind the net, here's Christian Kadoff. It comes out to the zone and bounces all the way down, and that'll bring up an icing call and stop play with 15:19 to go. And so early on in this third period, basically a continuation of what we have seen.
Yeah, I don't see any letdown in the play at this point, and I expect both teams to continue to play hard.
5-0 Moorhead. This faceoff brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Reminding you to live first as the Spuds pick it up and send a shot in. Rebound bounces in, and another save tipped away by Luke Seiko as it goes behind the net. A hard shot initially, and then a rebound save by Seiko, and play continues on. Out to the far side it comes now to Grammer. Wind up, walks his way down, tipped away up in front, cleared back. Grammer now deep in the near corner. Carries it up on top, gives it off there, and it's sent off to the far side. Brought back, Max Dronen, near side Grammer, back in his position, comes up high in the slot, and from there set off far side. From there the rebound, tipped away. Spuds are trying to put this game into running time here with a 5-0 lead and 14:40 to go. Play comes now to Brainerd as Eric Polkamp brings it near side. Long pass ahead, taken back. Harry's Sukup. Near side, Moorhead turning, looking up ice. Here comes Grammer into the zone. He scoots ahead into the near corner, backhands one on, and a glove save off the ice by Luke Seiko as Grammer was looking, if not for the goal, at least for the rebound chance for one of his teammates.
It looked like he wanted to get a quick, sharp angle shot off to take Seiko by surprise, and like he said, hopefully sneak one past him or create a rebound.
Face off to the near side. Play is down, and it got between the defensemen, and it rolls all the way up ice. It is played by Hudson Hodges as the Spuds are back to pick it up. And a bouncing puck out to center. Tipped away loose and recovered. Here's McCoy Gregoire back in his own end. Turns and looks up ice and plays it off the board. Sends it ahead, but too far. And from there, turned around, and Cade Moylanen now chases it down behind. Moorhead, 3 shots on goal here in the third period. Now a 17-14 shots on goal advantage and a 5-0 goal advantage. Into the zone and back out again. Pass behind, swept off to the far side by Grant Frisch. And tied up right in front of the Moorhead bench. Moorhead with a 5-0 lead, 3-0 after the first period, and then Cullen Jess added 2 more goals in the second period in spectacular style. Basically, one was given unassisted, the other one was his play all the way to make it 5-0.
Nice to see Tommy Schrader and Carson Triggs getting their first varsity action on home ice there last shift.
Coming off the junior varsity, you're allowed to play just the certain number of periods in the course of an evening, and so they're playing here in the third as the Spuds with that lead now, backpedaling down low and looking up ice. To the far side, Cullen Jess. He got turned around and had his pocket picked. Here's Hayden Cruz. He walks his way in. He slid hard off to the side of Hudson Hodges, nearly taking the net away, but it's back down in place, and we'll have the face-off to the far side of Hodges.
Well, Hayden Cruz is another one of Brainerd's dangerous players out there. He's a high-end player who was a national development camp player and also played in the high school elite league this fall, so he's got some ability, and he can catch you if you get caught napping out there.
Face after the far side as Eli Roberts stands in for Brainerd and controls the face-off. It comes, tried to send it rink wide, and it bounced away. Spuds get a stick on it, sending it out to center. Brainerd there to take it back, and it comes near side. Bounced ahead, taken now by Luke Grammer. Stick handling his way along the near side, weaving in and out of trouble, comes near side. Here's Grammer all the way through the zone and in. Grammer with a wind up and a shot, gets his own rebound, sends it off far side. From there back out to the point. Luke Mjoen sends that one in, bounced into traffic, and that one bounced away. And it rolls off to the far boards and up and out. That'll bring up a whistle and an icing call. Spuds seem to be determined to pick up that next goal.
Well, it's nice to see both teams continuing to play hard, and when you have that, you're going to have a nice, cleanly played third period and some good play that you'll continue to see throughout the period.
And here's a windup and a shot off the faceoff set wide. It bounces up onto the near side for McCoy Gregoire. He lines up. His blast goes down deep into the far corner, played by Max Dronen. And from there, Dronen walks his way up and around and sends one wide. Now the Spuds are taking pot shots as it goes off to the far side, and Dronen picks it up and gives it there. The shot sent in, blocked into traffic, and it comes bouncing out to the near side as the Warriors try to clear the zone, and as they come to the blue line, Aries Sukup is knocked off the play. Spuds recover, near side and walked in. Here's Lucas Fear. He's run off the play. It comes rolling back out to center. Moylanen now near side on the stick of Gregoire. As he throws it into traffic, it bounces clear and off to the side, but in pursuit, Christian Kadoff in some trouble, but he managed to steer it away and out to center. Moorhead there to challenge the play, and it comes back to Lucas Fear. 11:20 to go. 5-0 Moorhead here in the third. Play will go off to the far side, picked off the boards by Eric Stockson. And from there, it's dropped on behind the net. Carson Triggs with it momentarily, sending it off far side. Polkamp picking it up for Brainerd. His shot blocked away. Rebound off the far boards, picked up Moorhead, lifting it up and ahead, and it comes bouncing all the way down. Icing is waved off as the play comes back along the near side. Out to center it rolls. It's tipped. Scrambling after Caden Triggs. And it's knocked loose there and rolls out. 10:35 to go here in the third period. Rolling it free, it bounces all the way down. Some end-to-end action here by both teams as they scramble for the next goal. Brainerd looking to avoid the shutout. Spuds are trying to make this a running time game as they already lead at 5-0. Play off to the far side, and it's picked off by the Warriors. A wind up and a shot blocked, and then a quick cover up by Hudson Hodges. He was on his knees and falling forward when he spotted the loose puck and covered it up for the save.
Well, a couple of things there is you have the Warriors continuing to compete and play hard, and if they see a seam, they're going to take it. You had Hayden Cruz again, dangerous player with the puck on his stick, and Hodges staying sharp in net for the Spuds up to the task.
Yeah, you got to know full well that in spite of this score here tonight, it will not indicate the season for Brainerd, as we know that by the season's end that they'll be in the thick of it and battling for a spot in that playoff situation. As play comes near side, it's tipped ahead, and now Max Dronen walks his way in. He winds up, he shoots and lifted it just high. Rebound comes back down near side of Thomas Schroeder. Had it looking for someone out in front, but it was caught. Glove save made. Seiko face off left side.
Well, the Spuds looks like they're getting another look at a couple of their younger players here, getting some varsity action again in the third.
To the far left side now, Luke Seiko. He has faced 19 shots, 14 saves made. Brainerd working it loose, bringing it near side before it's set out. Picked up by Kadolf and off the boards. Moorhead has it. It's 1-on-2. Here's a windup and a shot that's rebound bounced up into the air. Tracked down near side for Michael Overbo. Now tossed down deep into the corner. Overbo and Max Dronen. Comes loose now. Here's the windup. Michael Overbo sending that one off to the far corner. And from there deflected away. So with 9:10 to go, the Warriors, after the turnaround, come back in. Nice defensive play by Luke Grammer to poke it away. And that saved a shot on goal, and the rebound was much easier to handle than for Hudson Hodges than what the initial try might have been.
Brainerd got a little opportunity in transition and got a bit of an odd man rush there. Grammer made a nice play, and Hodges there to scoop it up, as he mentioned.
Quick hands. Here's the play, rolling out of the zone and out. It comes all the way back into the Brainerd end with 8:55 to go. Tapped ahead, down deep, icing again the call. Reminding you, Spuds Hockey returns to Moorhead Sports Center Saturday afternoon, 5 o'clock. Drop of the puck as they take on Mark Manny and Andover. It's gotten to be a real treat to watch those two teams battle, especially at the beginning of the year. Andover, most of last year, either the #1 team ranked in the state or within the top 5, and find themselves atop the state rankings once again this year. Here's a hard shot by Gregoire, and the rebound bounced off the pads and off to the far side, where it's picked up and brought in now by Brainerd. As he moved his way in, Weston Andrews had it poke checked away. And it rolls behind the net. Comes up near side. Here's a look in by Eric Stockson. Into the near corner. Back now along the near side and out. Near the point. Wind up and a shot lifted high and away. Over the top of Cade Moylan and about halfway in. Sailed all the way to the backboards. From the near side, Moorhead picking it up. Johnny Franklin lifting that one up. A stick pass. Nifty stick pass by Kai Holm. I'm not sure that that's legal, is it?
Well, I don't know if his stick was too high there. It would have been an interesting play if he was able to chip that up over the defenseman and get in on goal, but play ends up being offsides.
So with that, the face-off near side. 8:09 to go. Play is down. Tapped ahead by Grant Frisch. Rolls down. From there, brought back near side. Sent back in behind the net. Brainerd there to pick it up. Turning, looking up ice. Spuds with their forecheck set up. And it comes bouncing out of the zone and all the way up. And played off to the side by Wyatt Gunkel. Turning it around, it's set up. It comes back to Grant Frisch. On his way out, it was poked away. Dropped in behind now. Here's Eric Stockson of Brainerd. to the far side. Moorhead picking it loose and heading up. A nice headman try, but it was into the skates of the Warriors, and they take it back again now with a pass rink wide. Tapped ahead, 7:18 to go here in the third. There's been no more scoring, and so as we play, it is 5-0. Spuds with the puck and the lead. Here's the walk-in shot and a fan on a shot attempt by Carter Johnson. You could just see he was waiting to pull the trigger on that one.
Carter was smelling a goal there, and he's going to want to have that one back.
Off to the far side, play continues on up against the boards. So the Spuds near side. Here's a long pass that got behind Grammer, but he reached around to pull it under control. It's sent back in, and it rolls back down near side. Chased into the corner, bouncing it back out. It's kicked up into the air, and play continues on. Eli Roberts off to the far side for Brainerd as the Warriors change behind him. To the near side it's played, 6.5 minutes to go. It comes rolling out. Turning, looking up, brought back, near side, scrambling after it. Polkamp. And from there, tipped in to and along the boards. Luke Mullen has it. Nice outlet pass. It came just long. And it's thrown back down low, and the Spuds pick it up there and work it back out towards center ice. The Warriors recovered as Jacob Dritz. He got turned around, left it on the stick of Josh McLean. Warriors, like the Spuds, are giving a chance for those players who have made the trip here tonight to get on the ice and get some varsity playing time. 5:43 to go. Warriors out of their own end. Here's the walk up by Hayden Cruz. He goes to the far corner, and pass got knocked away from him. Recovered. And play comes back. Lauber had a chance at it. Now it's picked up by Cruz. And on the near side, they play up and against the boards, and it's knocked loose. Ari Sukup has it. Thrown down deep into the corner. From there, Hayden Cruz sent it up on top. Spuds tried to drag it out of the zone, but Kai Holm left it behind him. And right at the blue line, it's kept in. Here's the walk-in down low. Shot blocked away by Hodges. Rebound sent out onto the near side of the Spuds come up. Here's Johnny Franklin. Backhandling it down low and in with 4:50 to go. From behind the net, the outlet pass comes all the way out to center where the Spuds are waiting. And Luke Grammer there to pick it up. Backpedaling into his own end. Grammer goes to the far side. Onto the stick of Grant Frisch. And forward now, played by Thomas Schrader. From behind the net. Scrambled loose, picked up. A long pass out to the point, got out of the zone. Luke Grammer touching up on the play, brings it right back in. High in the slot, Grammer. To the far side, backhandling it down low. Tie it up there. Got two blue jerseys, two white jerseys, and some numbers, and here comes the play back to Brainerd. Lifted up nearly into the rafters, but it bounces down and tapped right back up along the near side for Carson Triggs. Now as it rolled away from him, Brainerd comes up with it. Weston Andres carries it off to the far side. Time is running away here with 3:48 to go. And on the near side, it's played into the corner, then back out again, and it's set out. Wyatt Gunkel will track it down from Moorhead as he goes deep into the far corner in his own end. Long pass rink wide returned off to the far side. Cullen Jess taps it in. Here's the walk-in goal attempt and the rebound. Shot and a goal! And the Spuds have made this 6-0. Cullen Jess will factor in on that as he sent the pass from center ice, set in for the tap in.
Well, we've talked about the Spuds' ability to create as they move up the ice through the neutral zone with some great passing combinations, and this is no different. This play started in the Spuds' end with a rink-wide pass to Cullen Jess, who made a great entry pass into Carter, and then Carter finished it off.
Carter Johnson given the goal, Cullen Jess, and Wyatt Gunkel also factoring in. And it is 6-0. As the Spuds go deep into the third period before picking up the 6th goal. Here's a return to the far side. It got all the way through the screen and to the back side of the play before it was carried behind the net. To the far side. Here's the look now by Jess as he sends it in. 2:48 remaining. 6-0 Moorhead. To the near side, tapped off. Well, the goal is given to Caden Triggs. The second tonight, fourth of the season. The Spuds looking for one more. They tip it in. Seiko with the save and a big pile of players. There may be a correction on that goal announcement as indicated Triggs, but everybody else seemed to think that it was Carter Johnson who was there to tap it in. And so very few penalties likewise tonight, which is uncommon between these two teams in my estimation.
Really a cleanly played game, and this was nothing major, just a little skirmish with the Spuds looking to poke another one home and Brainerd taking an exception in front of their net, and they'll let Michael Overbo cool off for a little bit.
He may not return. The clock is running. We're in running time. His penalty 2 minutes. Clock showing 1:50 and clock is running. And off the face-off, it rolls back out to center. Brainerd back pedaling into their own end before turning and looking up ice. Scrambling after it, it goes rink wide. Cleared off the far boards by Weston Andrews. Right now near side, here's a windup and a shot set in by Eric Polkamp. Here's the look from high in the slot, a shot sent on by Polkamp. Rebound picked up in front by Lauber. To the far side, tipped off and out of the zone. The Spuds are there to pick it up. They've got a 2-on-1 break and then carry it off to the far side before waffling one in. And with 1 minute to go, that shot sent in on the far side. I got to give credit to Lucas Fear for fully understanding, I think, the stature of this game and where it was located, and this one's in the win column.
Yeah, a nice job by the Spuds to kill off the penalty, win a puck, send it down the ice, and Lucas made sure he stopped in front of the net to get a whistle.
35 seconds, and clock is running. As the Warriors, trying to avoid the shutout, come into the zone. Got turned around nicely and off to the far side played, and then a soft pass got deflected and picked off and turned around and sent up ice. Picked up by the Warriors. Stay tuned in our post-game report for our 3 stars as we see the Spuds on the verge of picking up a shutout win as they open up the season at home against the Brainerd Warriors. A recap of tonight's game on our 3 stars when we return. Our final score on the Speakeasy scoreboard: Moorhead 6 and Brainerd nothing.
A1 Automotive.
From Moorhead Sports Center, the Spuds go to 2-1 on the season as they shut out the Brainerd Warriors by a final count of 6-0. And Rob Grammer, we take a look at how this game was played. I think the Spuds have got to feel, for the most part, pretty good of how the way the game was played and how it turned out.
They came out, got off to a great start. I think they stayed within their game plan and the structure that Coach Ammerman wants the boys to play in. And they had success with that in offensive production at the end of the night.
Our three-star show brought to you by First International Bank and Trust, reminding you to live first, and by Lowell Bennis of Bennis Accounting and Tax Service, located in the 6th floor of the U.S. Bank Building in downtown Moorhead, reminding you there's no bad time to check out your tax situation with all the rules and laws that take place from year to year and how they might affect you or your business or your family as you anticipate upcoming events. So stop in, visit with Lowell Bennis at Bennis Accounting and Tax Service, bringing you our three-star show tonight. We're going with an honorable mention out of Brainerd because of the play of Eric Polkamp.
Well, Eric Polkamp was a catalyst for Brainerd. Early on, they had some power play looks where they're getting the puck out to Eric, and he had some great shots on goal and generated some scoring chances throughout the game for Brainerd. And this Brainerd team they're young. This will not be the last we hear from them. They will continue to improve, and especially with players like Eric Polkamp on their side.
The three stars all go to Moorhead's front line. Carter Johnson with his first and second goal and an assist tonight. 3 points for Carter Johnson, our number 2-star, or number 3-star rather. Number 2-star goes to Caden Triggs, also with 2 goals tonight. But the play of Cullen Just defensively and offensively, picking up his second and third goals of the season, all within a short span of time. He the second period belonged to Cullen Just. He's our number 1-star.
Great performance by Cullen and all 3 of those guys tonight on that line. And we touched on it a couple of different times, but it really was the commitment to the defensive play and the effort that led to offensive production. And then all 3 of those guys certainly showed their ability to finish and be highly productive offensive players as well. And Cullen did a fantastic job tonight.
Coming up, we've got a Spuds doubleheader Saturday afternoon. It starts at 4 o'clock when the Moorhead boys basketball team takes on Fergus